start today, we're going to have the invocation, and we're going to have the pledge. And I'm going to get the right people on top here.
I'll lead the pledge.
Fran's doing pledge.
Fran's going to do the pledge, and Reverend Jeff Meadows is going to do the invocation. So with that, let's all stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Reverend Jeff, glad to have you here today.
It's an honor. Thank you for having me.
From any place you want to, really. It's just get on that microphone there above you.
Okay. Heavenly Father, we come to you in the precious, gracious name of the Lord Jesus Christ, creator of heaven and earth, redeemer of all mankind. We thank you so much, God, for the freedom that we all enjoy in this great country, Lord, that you have graciously blessed. And now, Lord, as we come together in this room, Father, I ask you to bless the mayor, bless all of the leaders here, God. And Lord, we ask humbly, Father, that you would give us wisdom and understanding, Lord, to judge righteously according to your will, and help us, Lord, to reason together and come to the right conclusions of every matter. And God, we ask you to be with us. We ask you to give us peace and bless the families that's here. Help us now, Lord. Direct us and guide us and lead us by your Spirit. And we give you all the praise and all the glory in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor. After a prayer like that, it ought to be perfect.
Amen.
Call the meeting of the Board of Public Works and Safety together for, November the 2nd, 2015. And our first item of business will be asking everybody to put their cell phones on the vibrate mode or turn them off or whatever might make them real quiet. I always have to check mine because I can't remember what I did. Yeah, it's on. Second item of business will be a roll call.
Jane Oakley, Fran Schomel,
Present.
Leonard Urban,
Present.
Mike Bishop, Ron Coldiron.
Present. Let the record show that 3 of the 5 board members are here. We have a quorum and we can do business. With that, we'll have the reading of the minutes of the October 19th, 2015 regular meeting.
I move those minutes be approved, Your Honor, as presented.
I'll second that.
A motion and a second. We approve the minutes as they were sent out to the board members. Any additions or corrections? None appearing. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Under new business, we have Indiana ordinance requesting a meter change. Jeffrey Mertens. Did I get that right?
That's correct, sir.
Yeah, very good.
Good morning, Mr. Mayor, Council. Thank you for the opportunity to just say hello. This is my first opportunity to be back to Connersville after many years. My dad passed in 2006, and he was the founder of Indiana Ordinance, and I'm the newly appointed president. And we're doing quite a bit of growth, I think, at this point, and I think we have some top prospects for the future. But the opportunity it brings me before here is to request a meter change from 2-inch to 1-inch. In the past, it may have been thought that we used water in our production process, but we don't at all. We're just taking care of toilets, sinks, and kitchen facilities on the property. So 1-inch is plenty for us. And then the other item that Mike and I have already talked about is that we do have a nice stormwater pond collection system there on the property, and that can provide some backup fire water perhaps for the industrial area just below us. So I just wanted to let you know that I've drafted a letter and given it to Mike and to Mike Bishop too, and we're making our formal request to change the size of the meter.
Mike?
Yeah, we spoke, and we're gonna.
Needs to be a recommendation by you.
Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna do it. We talked, and I told him he didn't really have to come down to get it approved, but he wanted to come down and meet everybody. But
I think that's nice. We've been kind of keeping track of you and what's going on up there because we're hoping you'll hire about 100 people.
Yeah, I understand. We'll do our best.
But if you can't, 50's fine.
Okay. All right, thank you very much.
We can go ahead and approve it, it doesn't require our approval, but if,
Right, yeah, I mean, we looked at water usage, they don't, it's fine. It's actually smart.
I'll make a
They go
motion,
down
we
to
grant this
to a 1
request,
inch.
just to keep it all straight.
I'll second.
Motion is second, we grant this request to go from a 2-inch line to a 1-inch. Any discussion? None appearing, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
You want to stay for the rest of the meeting? No. That's great, if you don't.
Get back to those
Yeah.
new jobs.
Was it 50 now? Was it 50?
25?
25?
We'll take that too.
Okay, approval for, this is for the first aid unit, and where is he? Is he gonna be here?
I don't think-
This is the contract for the defibrillators,
Yeah,
and we have to renew this each year. This is to keep them operating. I think we have
their
to.
maintenance agreement.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve the contract from Physio Control Incorporated for the EMS defibrillator.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay, we have need to approve a alley close, temporary alley close for the demolition of a house. Chad, you want to come up and tell us which one you want to close? I hope you do us a picture. We do better with pictures.
Do pictures? Well, it's over that way.
Kind of west.
West. Right behind Reed Street, there's an alley, and there's no name to it, so I don't know what to call it other than the alley
It just
behind
comes
Reed
up from
Street.
the south and dead ends.
Comes up on Fifth Street, and actually it does kind of loop around. It doesn't get used.
I don't think you can come out this end now, because you
You
hit the sidewalk
can,
there.
you can. It turns and goes down.
Does it?
And because we've been looking for access to Reed Street, we have no way to access the Reed Street property other than from that alley. When we tear that house down, it's too steep. And really, that's the only way to get dumpsters in there. It's the only way to get our trucks in there, equipment in there. So we're gonna go from the top down.
Does anybody use it?
I
think-
can't tell you that for sure.
You're talking about the alley mirror?
Yeah.
Occasionally, yeah.
But what we do is we have to give 48-hour notification anyway, and I was gonna go to the adjoining property owners, I'm gonna go to everyone in that alley and let them know what we're gonna be doing. The tentative date is the 19th of November. I wanna say that's going to be subject to change. The reason being is we're trying to get done a little faster. We're working every day that we can, because we are on a pretty severe time crunch with these. And also on 321 Summit, we had planned on starting that one sooner, but the asbestos guy doing the removal did not get his paperwork in when he was supposed to, and he's gonna start 10 days later than he was supposed to. So it could depend on when he gets that done. So it could be sooner, it could be later. I'm just asking for a window of opportunity here, but know that we'll do our due diligence with all the neighbors and with you guys, letting you know when
So
we're
they'll be able to
close
get in now there all the time, the neighbors, if they have to.
if they have to,
Get a
yeah.
fire truck up there if we have to.
They can get in from Reed Street.
Okay.
But the only thing we want to do is, because I have to unload a dumpster actually on the alley and then pull it down over the hill.
Right.
And hopefully we can pull it back up the hill when it's full. But that one's gonna be a tricky one, so we just need to close that alley, but I gotta get a semi in there, get our excavator in there and all the trucks for the dumpsters, so it's just gonna be tight. So we just need to close it while we're working on it.
How long you think it'll be, Chad? You 2-3 days?
On Reed Street, no, my guess is it's gonna be a week. That one's there's two properties we're really worried about, and that one's one of them, because it's so steep and there's just no way to get in there. And so everything has to be torn down and trucked all the way to the top, so it's gonna be a job.
I make a motion that we allow him to do this, providing he notifies the chief of police whenever he's closing it, since it's not for sure when he's gonna do it.
I'll second that.
And we'll notify the 911 as well.
Need to notify the chief, because
Yeah.
people are riding. Okay, any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chad.
Have they torn some houses down?
Yeah, the house at 204 Reed is just about done, isn't it?
Summit.
Summit. It's done, isn't it?
Got one more load of concrete to haul out today, then we're gonna start bringing topsoil in.
Looks nice up there. It's about
Good.
3 houses behind that corner Jay Cornett's real estate place there, if you want to look at it, it's really nice.
Looks a lot different.
Yeah, it looks clean and neat. Okay. Request for a bucket drive, November the 14th. It's the sophomore council. Ms. Kruger. Did I pronounce that right? Kruger?
She's not here.
Oh,
I'm Miss Brown.
come Miss Brown.
Okay. No, they wanted to try and get out of school. I said absolutely not.
Are you the teacher?
I am. I'm the sophomore council sponsor. I'm one of them. And so I volunteered to take a half day and come in and talk to you. The students have talked about doing a bucket drive as one of our fundraisers because we're limited in schools with the food and that sort of thing. There's an inability to sell candy and food and things like that. So we're trying to find other fundraisers, other ways to raise money for prom, obviously. And because of limitations, the bucket drive came up, and so they wanted to see if they could do that on the Saturday, the 14th.
Melissa says it's open.
I'd make a motion to approve the bucket drive for the school. Susie Brown, the fundraiser for the prom activities.
I'll second. Is this your first time for this?
For a bucket drive, yeah.
Okay.
So
You know the rules and regulations? Okay.
I've worked with other groups. I've just
Good.
been the one in charge of it. So
What's the sophomore council do?
they're the ones who raise money for prom for their
Oh,
senior
okay.
year. So we have to do lots and lots of money, lots and lots of fundraisers to raise a lot of money.
Is there any discussion on this motion? Appearing, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Chief Counselor wants to train some weapons. Come and explain that to the board, will you please?
We've got a couple weapons that we've had for many years, and they've been in our evidence room. They don't, as of now, don't belong to anybody. The one weapon, for instance, was confiscated back in 1994. It was stolen, and we recovered it. We've had it for 21 years, and there's no descendant to give it to. The owner of the weapon was an older gentleman who passed away shortly thereafter. It had come missing when we found it, and there's no one to leave it to or anything else. It's an old 38 Winchester centerfire, and we have another old handgun, an older one, and we're trying to go through our evidence room and things of cases that aren't existing anymore, and we have another weapon that was found, turned in, and it's not stolen or anything and all this, but what we're trying to do is try to get some AR-15s, and so without getting any money involved, the weapon, both them weapons are worth some money that could go on to some rifles that we would like to have any more. We're getting ready to have a patrol rifle school here pretty soon, and so what we're trying to do is come up with some more weapons and then trade in for the new weapons. No money exchange and like this. They would come off the inventory and then go back and go on a new inventory.
I make a motion, we allow this with one exception. I want an appraisal on the guns you're trading and appraisal on the guns you're getting.
Okay.
A paper trail.
Okay.
John, is that what we should have?
Yeah, I think you ought to find that they've been abandoned and therefore can be dealt with accordingly, but you need to find by motion that they're abandoned property and then the appraisal.
I amend the motion and to read that these abandoned guns have to be appraised, and the guns that they're trading them for have to be appraised with a paper trail. And I'd like you to do it through Mr. Baker.
Okay.
Okay? Is that all right with you, Mr. Baker?
Fine.
Okay.
I'll second that motion.
Any discussion anymore? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay, we have resolutions 2015-49 to 2015-66, all small transfers. Do you want them read?
Would you like to read it?
Would you like to read them?
Sure, I'll read them.
I'll let you read them. You always do such a good job.
So it's 49, okay, 2015-49. Clerk Treasurer, fringe benefits, $1,960 to deputies. What's that?
When Pam retired, she had some vacation coming and we had to
Not-
pay
It's not
her
police
out.
deputies, it's.
No, it's
your
deputies in
deputies,
my office,
okay.
yeah.
Number 50 is $300 from the park, repair of buildings to refunds. Another park, gas and oil, 187 to other repair and maintenance. That's number 51. Number 52 is $1. Fringe benefits to the grant administrator. That's a council. Number 53 is police fringe benefits to clothing allowance, $16,250. Can you explain that one?
Well, when we did the budget last year, we appropriated the exact amount due for clothing allowance. But since we didn't pay out last year's clothing allowance until this year, we are short in that line item now to pay out clothing allowance that is due to come out December, so
Okay, and the 54 is the fire, same
it's the same
thing,
amount.
14,950. 2015-55 is Department of Transportation, fringe benefits, 1,650, to clothing allowance, 1,500, and to longevity, 150. Number 56, landfills, $1,100 from fringe benefits to part-time. Another landfill, $600 overtime to clothing allowance. I guess that's the same
Yes, those are all the same.
animal, okay.
Mhm.
Fringe benefits to clothing allowance in the park, $800. Number 59, cable is $1. Fringe benefits to the director, I don't understand those at all, but,
Well, sometimes when you figure payroll,
yeah.
it's cents difference and it throws it a few cents over what we appropriated, so.
Retired officers and police pension is $26,000 to dependent of deceased. 2015-61 is fringe benefits, clothing allowance, $2,400, motor vehicle highway. First aid unit is fringe benefits, clothing allowance of $7,150. 2015-63, council professional services, $404, and insurance, $4,240. To indemnity not covered by insurance for $4,644. In the fire, travel expenses, $710, and improvements, $1,000, transferred to instructions of $1,710. Number 65, the first aid unit, repair of equipment, $20, for refunds, $20. And the final one, number 66, non-reverting operating fund of the park, $377, broken down to the Miller Center, $148, to reverting sports, $125, to reverting sign, $10, and to reverting pickleball, $94. I'm moving to pass these resolutions.
Second, please.
A motion and a second, we consider all of these resolutions. And as you read these, you might wonder why. Because we're at the end of the year and our money is so tight, we're taking money, in some cases, just $1 from here or there to pay these bills. We're obligated by the union contracts to pay longevity and to pay the clothing allowance. So we've got to wiggle this money in and out. It's a sign of, I call it cookie jar financing, that you take so much out of the cookie jar to try to take care of these. And we're right at the end of the year where we got to pay all these things. The only one that wasn't like that, I think, was, and I want to go back to that one, 2015-63, we were obligated to pay $5,000 on a police lawsuit that is being handled by our insurance company, and our portion of the defense are paying our deductible. It was $5,000, so we had to scrape up some money because we didn't have any money in insurance to pay that. Julie and I both swallowed real big when the insurance company made us do that, but our insurance policy clearly, we have insurance to protect us, to defend us, but we don't have insurance if you lose. And this is one of those instances. Any questions or any other discussion? I want everybody to clearly understand what we're doing here. We're trying to clean up the end of the year and pay all the bills.
And this probably isn't gonna be all of them.
No, there's gonna be more. I already know there's gonna be some more. Okay, we have a motion and a second, and no more discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Utilities?
Hello. Laid a packet at each person's station. Just a couple items. First one, pretty simple, trash collection. For 701, 705 North Grand, they're requesting trash pickup.
Is it a residence?
Yeah, well, rental, yeah.
Why weren't we going there before?
I think they just remodeled and,
It's been empty, hasn't it?
yeah.
Is that one rental, or is there two rentals there, or several rentals, or
Couple,
there's a couple?
yeah,
They're just gonna have one can?
as of now. I think that's one thing, I think they got like one place rented out, so.
Oh, okay.
They'll be required to have one for each if they got a water
That's
hookup
what I
for
thought,
each.
Yeah, we'll keep eye on the account, make sure.
Okay, you want us to
Need
discuss?
to approve that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll usually approve
Gotta move that we approve trash pickup for 701705 Grand Avenue.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Go ahead. Go ahead with your next.
them. All right, next thing is something that we've been working on, Brad and I, the radios for lift stations. We really don't have any type of radios on the lift stations right now. When I came here, most of them didn't work. They're the old telephone style, which means there's a telephone line to the lift station. Each one has a special telephone number. So they really haven't been working. So we've been inspecting them twice, but once a week. Then we had the audit from IDEM. They wanted us at least check it twice a week since we have no dialer system. So we decided that we really do need a dialing system, and then we would only have to check them like once a month. And so we got 3 bids. One is a local company, CEI, for 23 units. It's pretty much the same system that Everton has. Then an S&K Equipment and a Skadata company. We've had good response with the CEI through Everton people. IDM, they pretty much want to know if we determine a high level or if the pump is malfunctioning. I mean, those are 2 things we have to track. And this other stuff, I mean, it tracks by data, S&K. I mean, that's top of the line stuff. It tracks everything, but that's not really what we need and really what we want. The CEI, the 22,000 will work great for us. And like I said, Everton has been using that system for a few years now, and they said it works fine, and it tracks exactly what they needed to
I
do.
forget how many lift stations we got.
23.
20, I thought it was in the 20s. Everybody understand the lift station? I know you do, Ronnie. Okay.
Yeah, I might say that, very familiar with CEIs. We've had them on the Everton sewer lift stations for several years.
You work on that
Yeah,
board, don't you?
Yeah. And,
You represent this city on that board.
yes, yeah, and they're pretty reliable. Very little trouble with them. And CEI does a good job, very good job.
So you're recommending that we accept the bid of $21,788.01?
Yeah, through CEI.
More discussion? Anybody? Is this a 2-year contract, 1-year contract? How many years are you going for?
First year, we will be charged $3,500 a year for the cell and monitoring, and 1 year on equipment, and that's pretty much standard for all the companies.
So we'll eliminate having to inspect the stations twice a week.
Yeah, probably once a month.
Have you figured the savings on that?
Yeah, I mean, the reason why they put the alarm system on in the past, like 2007, 2008, that area, is because of the staff cuts. so, you know, let's put alarms on these things so that they lay people off. But now, so now it gives these time for the guys to get other work done now. Instead of running around twice a week, checking 23 lift stations. So,
Where are these monitored at, the disposal plants or?
just throughout the cities, 23 locations.
It goes back to CEI monitoring,
Oh, okay.
and then it automatically phones.
Yeah.
And then they alert?
Yeah, it's a transmitted system. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it just calls us, like an alarm system at your
We have,
house or in.
we have an
I'm
alarm
surprised
system at
they haven't
the
had them on there.
wastewater thing the same way on the weekends. It
Mhm.
it alarms. We used to keep people there. We have an alarm at night. We don't keep
Yeah,
anybody
it's
there.
great.
We save a lot of money by doing that.
Sure.
All right. I'll take a motion if you're ready.
I'll make a motion to accept the CEI bid for $21,788.01 for monitoring the lift stations for the utilities.
A second?
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. What else you got, Chief?
That's, those two items, all I have.
Okay. Anybody got anything they want to ask this utility superintendent? Things are going pretty good.
Things going pretty good.
Good.
We did complete the thing that you asked me to do last time on signing the agreement with the union. We got that all done and they've dropped that, so that's all over with now.
I do try to speak with Mike once a month about utility stuff also, to kind of keep him in the loop. So, that's been helpful,
That's good.
talking with him.
All right.
We talked about this Friday.
Is Matt here with you?
He was in the hallway.
Okay, I talked to him this morning. I had a visit from the Lieutenant Governor's office a week ago, and they wanted to know what we needed and if IDAM and NDOT was treating us good and all this kind of stuff. We have gone to Indianapolis and tried to get them to consider Western Avenue being the truck thoroughfare through town. And we all know that would be the best thing for our two companies are growing leaps and bounds, both Stance and Blower. And we know that's what they would like to have. And so I pushed real hard on that issue. And I did get a response from NDOT, and we're going to have a meeting possibly the end of the week. You probably might want to attend that because it's an economic development issue. And Brad and Mike, I'd like to have a representative of the Board of Works there when I get it going. And since I only have 2 volunteers today.
I can come whenever.
You'll come?
Yes.
Okay.
She loves it.
They're going to allow us to tell them what we want to do and to see if we can get that changed. We have 5 90-degree turns in our truck route. We have a bridge that they hit half the time. And it just makes sense with the state road here and the state road up there. You got a straight stretch of Western Avenue to hook the two together. And our factories are over there. It makes sense that's where it'll be. They tell me it's a $10 million project, but when I look at all the roundabouts up at Carmel, I don't think that's much at all.
Probably not.
Anyway, that's what we'll be doing. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay, let's see what we got left here. Old business? Julie, do I have anything? Unless there was one thing that you handed me.
Yeah, great.
Where'd I do with it? Put it in the bottom here. Put the contract. What I need to do, I neglected to renew Diana's contract with the county in June of this year. I thought I put it in here. Oh, I did. But anyway, I would like to renew that contract, starting with the date it should have been renewed in June and running 2 years hence. So it would expire at the end of 2017.
Right, I believe that the renewal date was January 1st of this year.
Okay, January 1st of this year
Yeah.
to January the 1st of 2000,
December,
December 31st, 2017.
16.
I need your
16.
permission to do that before I take it to the county commissioners. I talked with Diana and she's okay with that. I'll need the financial figures to fill that in And you have those in your office?
Yeah, they've
Okay.
just been giving a flat amount, though. They were not giving half.
You need a motion, Mayor. Make a motion to renew the contracts with Dinah Wright
With this county, yeah.
with the county for a 2-year period starting January 1st of 2015, running through December 31st of 2016. Is that correct?
I'll say.
Everybody understand what we're doing? Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. John and I both thought those contracts automatically renewed every 2 years. They don't, they have to be renewed. We have-
Most of them do, that's one that doesn't for whatever reason.
Our EMS contract and all those other contracts just automatic renew, but that one doesn't.
Did they look at the IT director too, John?
Yeah, she
That's
checked them
another
all.
one.
She
Yeah,
said-
they sent them all to me.
I was gonna say the IT doesn't.
Does not renew.
automatically.
Yeah, they came separately, so I'll look at that as well.
Anything else under old business? As we said when Mr. Frank was here, the first house is down, that's 1 out of 8. And I guess I could say that I don't own Urban Enterprises, although the paper thinks I do. And don't look at me with such a funny face. And I don't own any of the buildings that's being torn down. Miscellaneous business? Ronnie, you got anything?
Nope, they're fine.
Fran?
No, I don't, thanks.
Okay. Claims?
Want to read the water ones?
You want me to read the water
Not
claim?
here.
Oh, that's right, Mike's not here.
Mike's not here to read that.
Carnegie Utilities, the water claims, we have 35 claims, $64,224.26. The wastewater, there's 27 claims, $57,342.78. Stormwater claims for 8, it's $11,607.35. With a total of 70 claims, with the amount of $133,174.39.
Okay, the city claims 164, and the good price is $52,134.15. Probably one of the lowest ever, and the big one of that was $15,664 for radios for EMS.
And that was grant money.
That's the grant money,
That was
okay.
grant.
Good.
Reimbursement. Not bad, we're holding our own and we're doing pretty good, really. All right, you've heard the claims on both sides, utilities and city. Is there any discussion? Ready for the question?
Make a motion to accept the claims as read, please.
I'll second.
On a motion and a second, we approve the claims. Any further discussion? None appearing, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Public forum, anybody out there got anything they'd like to discuss today? Nothing at all? Glad to have you with us today, Debbie. I think that's the first time I've seen you at Board of Works. Are you practicing?
Am I practicing? For what?
Don't need
I
to
thought maybe
practice,
you planned to
right?
go on the Board of Works and you were practicing.
I haven't heard any rumor of it.
Well, if you go out the door, you'll hear a rumor.
No doubt.
I told you that prayer helped. Did you see we got through in 32 minutes? That's kind of a, it's not a record because he does it in 17, but
Are you praying for tonight too?
yeah, we'll pray tonight too before we start.
I mean, that the meeting will be over in 32 minutes?
Are you praying tonight too?
Well, I wasn't scheduled to.
Okay, then. We
But I
may,
will be praying for you.
we may call you back from time to time. if we can make it close to that. Well, no other business
I
appearing.
got one thing, sir.
I just already said 32 minutes.
Well, it's just an informational thing. We had a light box get knocked over at Fifth and Grand Saturday night. I come out and got it to flash, 4-way flash, so just for everyone out in television land, it'll be fixed tomorrow. And also I talked with a signal company who comes down and works on them, and they found some parts over there that was taken and replaced with new ones on the Grand Avenue project that we're going to be using on that one, and which will save us quite a bit of money. So,
What about 8th Street? Is it synchronized now?
yes, for right now, until it storms again. Then I'll go back out there. And the best time for me to do that is around midnight on a night like that, so not much traffic
Well,
coming.
I'm gonna give you an assignment. Whoever the new chief of police is, I want you to teach him how to synchronize that light, because I go through there 2 or 3 times a day. I want you to be sure it's done.
Yeah, it's pretty close right now, till we have a power outage, so
Will you put that in your little black book?
I will take care of that, the new chief.
So we'll remind the folks about that.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Well, everybody knows about the welcome back. The Corps automobiles back in the museum over here, and they're having a little celebration on Sunday, November the 8th, 2015. That'll be this Sunday from 1 to 5. Fayette County Historical Museum, 103 Vine Street. Join for wine and cheese and a photo opportunity. No alcohol beverages available.
It says non-alcoholic beverages available.
See, I read that as saying no alcohol, and I
Well, it
thought,
was kind of contradicts itself.
Yeah,
when It
right.
says wine and cheese.
well, they make beer and wine without alcohol, don't they?
That's what they-
I thought they did. I don't know. Anyway, come out to the big party on Sunday the 8th. Put that in the newspaper.
I think it's in the newspaper already, but
Yeah, it was on the front page.
it's good for folks on TV to be aware of it too.
Nothing else to come before the Board of Works?
Vote tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. There's a little election coming up tomorrow. Hey, what are you so happy about?
How many meetings again?
3 of these. As soon as he pounds that gavel.
And I would presume, other than Mr. Baker, the rest of us will all be gone. Unless you intend to serve again.
I don't know.
And I'm not putting you on the spot.
I don't know.
Anyway, go out and vote. 6 in the morning, is it, till
6 at night.
6 at night? And vote for the character of your choice. Other than that, no other business?
I move we adjourn.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Meeting adjourned.